All right. We should be live now. So, how's everybody doing? Sorry. I woke up and I was like, oh man. I'm not feeling that bad. Let's get in some exercise real quick. Get in some exercise. Hopefully feel better throughout the day and all that stuff. And then I was like, wait a second. Didn't I already wake up and turn off the alarm? And I looked at the clock and I was like, ah, shit. It's funny too. I was thinking, I woke up a little bit before the alarm went off, I guess. Like, I got some time to get in some exercise, maybe I should, yeah. Feeling good. Well, needless to say, I didn't do any of that because I decided it was time to start streaming. So I have a few plans, everybody. I'm going to bring up those plans a few times, like Xavier hopefully will be a big part of these plans. You know, things like that. So what I'm going to do is, because this game has the worst load screens ever, even though farming Safi'Jiiva is not that bad for load screens, what I'm planning on doing here is playing the Nintendo Switch during load screens. The reason for this is because today's the last day for that shiny magic card. And I didn't spend any time farming it. Ah, crap. Where's the... Come on, man. That's where I was putting it. Are you serious again? Thank you. And so here's what the plan is. The plan is for us to share. So what we do is we all go around doing whatever we got to do to reset our zones. If you're willing to do the daytime thing, you can do the daytime thing. I'm gonna just be fighting everything I come across, and if I come across something cool, then I'll be like, hey, you guys want this? And and I'm gonna be doing that during load screens. Like right now, I'm booting up the game. I would be if the Nintendo Switch's controllers weren't fucking worthless 90% of the time. There we go. Unconnected and reconnected. Do you work now? Yes. You'll be working for a full 30 seconds before I need to unconnect you and reconnect you again, aren't you? So I got both games loading up right now. So during load screens, even though you guys won't be able to see it because I don't have like a HDMI switcher, I have to actually unplug the Nintendo every time I'm about to use it. Get ready to come in fast, guys. We got, like doing this yesterday worked really well. Creating it in public right away made it, like, I think it glitches out if you create it in private, but create it in public right away resulted in us having a full session the whole time. So that will allow for some seriously good runs. Alright, so let's go ahead and check this first thing. Now, if we're doing an actual thing, like we're gonna go ahead and cash a Magikarp or something like that, or some really cool rare Pokemon or something like that, then I'll of course switch over. All right, let's go ahead and pause it again. So I'm just gonna put the thing in the rest every time the load screen's finished. Because today's the last day for that, and I'm like, I never got me a shiny Pokemon, so I might as well get me a shiny Pokemon, you know what I mean? Especially when it's so easy now. What am I doing? Everything I'm doing right now is the wrong thing. There we go. Remember? Damn, Frank ain't playing games today. He's coming out vicious. 7GG IV 8RE mRdt. Alright, 7GG IV 8RE mRdt. Alright, what do I do with this code again? Oh yeah, I just essentially nothing, because thanks, YouTube. Every day I'm reminded of how worthless you are. Every day. Thanks for breaking the emotes, specifically related to streaming. That wasn't intentional. I'm sure it wasn't, just like all the rest of the shit that you do wasn't intentional. Alright, so I don't think we can play around this time. I think we got to do the dailies much faster, because the session's going to fill up. And then once it's full, well, it's full. Alright. There's my Nintendo Switch. Guess we got another load screen, even though this is a quick load screen. Got some sort of owl thing. I gotta fight it. That's the way I'm gonna cycle on my zones, is by fighting everything. Not the best way to cycle it. I've never bothered to try to like find out how to do the date thing that much, and I'm not really interested in it that much either. I might do it at some point. Okay, this load screen was a lot longer than I thought. Alright. Good morning to you. All right. We got Elder Recess 2 missions, Tempered Monster 1, and doesn't matter what it is, just could be even low ranked apparently, but we don't have low ranked Tempered, so 2 Elder Recess, 1 Tempered, 1 Brute, 2 Brutes, 2 Brutes of any difficulty, plus 6 Master rank or higher. Okay, 1. Alright, so what I'm thinking is, oh, that's in the forest. Let's just confirm that again. Let's look at it one more time.
Welcome, Hunter.
I might as well take that since it's 2 brutes. That doesn't require master rank. Good. Doesn't require master rank. Doesn't require master rank. Only one that requires master rank. Alright, good.
Hey, you.
Alright, so Post new quest. Low and high rank events. Alright. Unfortunately, the two Devil Joes are not in that place. They're in the... They're not in the Elder Recess, I mean. Definitely not fighting his ass. Hey, these guys are brutes, aren't they? Neither of them are tempered. They would just make sure the last fight has to be in tempered. In the Elder Recess. I think we found our... Rolling with Uragon, I think we found our quest. Because it's not about rewards, it's about speed. Rolling with Uragon it is. Indeed, Lapasioth is. Right now I'm trying to do the brute aspect of it with that event though. So let's see. Okay, is session corrupted? Are people trying to connect? I need to know within like as quickly as possible, please. If someone's trying to connect and not getting in. Ah, I put in the session code incorrectly. That might be the problem. Lowercase m, capital R. So Frank is the only person here who's trying to connect. All right. Were you doing the uppercase M and lowercase R? Were you going off of my text or were you going off of the screen? It's good, Vepper. It's good. Yeah, because it's going to take some time to... Alright, so he's going off of the text. I'm not loading into the mission still until I know whether or not I have to create a new session. Sometimes sessions that just don't work well. Frank says now it works. Alright, then I'm just going to go ahead and go in. Just join me whenever you get in, Frank, and then there's no point in waiting. I'll just make sure I don't, depending on how long it takes for the first person to get into the fight, we should still be fine because I seriously doubt I'm going to kill one before you guys get in, but if you don't get in, then I'll just fight it to the point where it's almost dead, and then switch to the other one. Wowzers, me and Frank agree. Really cool and Pokemon. You're catching up on the stuff you missed, Vepper. No, I think I said something like it's really cool that it's so easy to catch a shiny Pokemon or something. I don't know what I said. I said some random crap. So easily because of the thing they did. I'm pretty sure Uragon, every Uragon's gonna come into here, and I might as well drop the boulders, right? If I go chasing after him. Yep, he's on his way into this room right now. About to say, if I go chasing after him, like, he might roll away just as I get there. I'm just gonna wait till he gets here. where I get thousands of points of damage for free. Sup, son? That's not him. This is him. Fight me. Fight me. Ooh, double boulder drop? That'd be nice. Do, 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 do. Xearrik, you know you can move from that spot, right? You don't have to exist only in that location. Close enough. That wasn't that much damage, by the way. These guys don't have a lot of health. I basically can do that much with a couple attacks, so. Like, why must you guys, like, pile up on the person who's in a really bad location? I don't understand. It's like they're programmed to do that. I should have charged it just long enough to get it turn at least. They mix well. You mean the comment about good? Roars. Roars. Time for monstrous tendies. What? Don't roll away, please. Son of a bitch. You too? Assholes. How far through the game are you, Xavier? Have you already beaten it all that? I'm where you are at dark time. Oh, okay, cool. Doot, 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 doot. Shop shaking world. All right. Time to go get the other guy. Yeah, I don't plan to do. Maybe I should get an HDMI switcher. I think certain Switch games lend themselves well to dealing with like 4-minute long load screens. Oh my god, the coughing. Come on, man. Come on. Just let me end this fight. Oh, good. It's already over. Or would be if I could stop getting bumped. Alright. Here comes the load screen. And here comes the Nintendo Switch. Fighting some sort of weird owl monster right now that I'm going to get rid of. Dynamax. My Mew, baby. Take this, knocked owl. Wait, where's my attack? There it is. How dare someone be faster than me? You got a Gigantamax, Snorlax, and a Long Cat. Ooh, how'd you get yourself a Long Cat? Is there? Can you get one in the game naturally? Because an army of Long Cats sounds very appealing. Jeez, I only managed to do one attack round. That's how fucking slow Pokemon is. Jesus. Hey you. 2. She's like, oh fuck. What was the Master Rank one? Complete. Oh, just do a Master Rank quest. Okay. So once we finish Master Rank Tempered Monster. Wait, that wasn't a Brute? It didn't say Master Rank before, did it? What the fuck? Alright, well that was a waste of time. Could have swore that shit said it didn't say master rank. That's fucking upsetting to me. Especially since that quest wasn't even that fast. I think I'm done with the dailies. I don't think you want to fucking bother now. Yeah, I don't see anything that lends itself to a really quick. I'm done with the dailies. Alright, I'm switching to YouTube, guys. I mean, switching off of YouTube, and I'm done with the dailies. I'm gonna check and see if there's anything in particular that's really amazing as a daily reward. If there's not, then I don't give a fuck. Like, I've already spent like fucking 10 minutes doing dailies. That's long enough. Like, none of these fucking rewards matter anyways. Ah, never mind. Might as well keep doing the dailies since, like, literally not anybody except for 2 fucking people showed up. What's wrong with you people, man? Might as well waste our time doing more dailies until someone else shows up. Fucking worthless dailies. What? Stupid. Fight a Devil Joe for Frank. People need to hurry up. Actually, you know what? I'm fucking... Dailies are a waste of... What am I doing? Dailies are a waste of fucking time compared to so many things I could be doing other than that monster that are more useful. Like, fucking... This will actually be useful to me. There's not a single fucking thing in the dailies that matters to me right now. Join when I start Safi'Jiiva. Well, there's the paradox. I'm not starting Safi'Jiiva until people join. What are we supposed to do here now? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to farm meal tickets. Where's my stupid armor? Is it on page 1? Did they put it? Have I sorted it? I don't know if I sorted it yet. I think I made a build with it, but I don't want to pull decorations off just to equip this thing. Alright, so this will be on page 1. Wait. What? Oh, I'm on page 2. There we go. We run this town and get some research tickets. Research tickets. I don't even know what those are. Sorry, I can't remember. What's a research ticket used for? Might as well try to complete less than a single round of combat in Pokemon real quick. Jesus Christ, Pokemon's fucking slowest RPG on the planet. Yeah, I can't even fucking complete less than a single round. I'll just leave the game running because the 5 seconds it takes to get the game running is like longer than is so long that like that's a valuable amount of 5 seconds put towards beating this shit, since combat rounds are so absurdly long in Pokemon. Like, I think it might be the slowest modern RPG I've ever played. I don't think I know, actually. Modern, it's 100% the slowest. If I go with RPG I've ever played in my life, it's a maybe. They really want you to take your fucking time and like play the game. I don't have any decorations equipped, I think, besides like the one I have in my weapon, maybe. Come on, man. I think it actually activated the pods, but didn't hit him somehow. You saw that? Because I saw the damage number on the pods pop up after my weapon passed through his tail. That's interesting. Alright. Mew, do super rockfall. Fuck this Noctowl up. Fuck him up, Mew! Yeah, you don't got so much shield anymore, do you? You're going down, Noctowl. I don't give a shit if I catch this thing. Just use a generic Pokeball. Ooh, 4 tickets, nice. I was down to like 9 tickets. 4 tickets is a big deal to me. I've almost doubled my tickets in one run. I caught me a hot owl, or whatever the hell it's called. I can't remember the name already. It's that forgettable. Now, if it was like that owl from Generations Ultimate, oh my god. That thing is awesome looking. Like, I want that monster in Monster Hunter, but I don't think that monster is a big enough deal to be in Monster Hunter, is it? Monster Hunter World. Like, because that's like fucking an awesome monster, dude. Alright, I got another thing. Oh, wait, it's loaded. I gotta go. How many people we got in here? Alright, I'm just gonna start doing the runs, guys. That's good enough.
Hey, you!
Hey, you! If you can't get yourself on a team, don't worry about it. Just put yourself on solo and start going. The more people we get in the session, the more people will join, and someone's is gonna be bound to join you. Because the first thing a new player is going to do when they come in is check to see how far people have gotten the monster. Though I'm not using my... I don't give a shit about this monster enough anymore to use my really hard to replace potions. And I might as well switch to my part breaking build. That is not the part breaking build, is it? Oh, it is. Okay, good deal. Since need to do all optionals before we run this town, still those research tickets, should I just do optionals? What are research tickets used for? Charms and event weapon upgrades. Oh, okay. I just have no clue what those are. Sorry. There's about 1,000 charms and 1,000 event upgradable things, so. Oh, I see. So, okay, so what that's not an event quest then. What that is, that's a the research tickets are the final upgrade tickets that you need for many different high-end weapons in the base game. That's what you're talking about, right? They're not really used for event stuff as much as base game upgrades. If they want something to have like a really rare upgrade necessarily like a charm that requires you upgrade it like 5 or 6 times in order to get it to its final form, then the final upgrade will probably require a research ticket. Because it's basically, those are the hardest quests in the game. There's two types of research tickets. There's one that you get basically from like 2 or 3 different quests in the base game, and all those quests are supposedly the hardest quests in the base game. And then the same thing for Iceborne. The hardest quests in the base Iceborne game before they added more content. There's like 2 of them that will give you new versions of those research tickets.
Proceed with caution.
Do I have, no I don't.
Everyone, get to the hitching post.
So I'm using the wrong thing every time. I need to find out what the right one is real quick. This is it right here. Yeah, this is it without potions. So 41. I'm trying to like remember to keep my back straight while streaming. I'm too slouchy when I stream. Like after the first few hours, I just start to slouch more and more. And so if I even do a hint of slouching now, I stop that. On the first run, feel free to poison them in the first area. Because right now we're just trying to apply damage as much as possible. Because we're not going to beat it in the first run, right? But after the first run, save the poison for the third area, basically. Just always save that poison for the third area after the final run. I mean, after the first run. Come on, man. There's 3 other fucking players. I hate when that happens. I'm like, alright, time to start doing some damage. And he's like, fuck you. In particular. Like, what did I do? I just got here. Am I not wearing the right armor? What the fuck is going on? Okay, I am. Like, have I done over 200 damage with my true charge slash? Did I even do that? I don't know. Ooh, he almost wiggled his wing out of the way. I was about to try that myself. There we go. That's better. Shut up. I don't like going to MR200 for other. MR200 is just way too much. Like I don't know what the hell kind of crack they were smoking, thinking that they should stretch out the length of the quest to MR200, because they don't have more quests than the base game. It's just they're like, nah, we just wanted to take literally 4 to 5 times fucking longer than it took them to get to the other thing. I'm like, why? You don't have 4 to 5 times the content, you fuck. Why is it? Why am I not shooting pods? There we go. Weird. That was weird. I wasn't shooting pods for some reason. I'm sorry, even without a critical, it should not be possible for the great sword to not do a true charge, to do over 200 damage with a true charge slash. That's just absurd. I give up. I'm just gonna weaken every fucking time. He's going to make sure to continuously switch angles on me. He is specifically just fucking with me. He hates me for some reason. Look, Mandel, don't be bad. You motherfucking wiggling son of a bitch. So I gotta remember to aim slightly to the left in that situation. If I think that the monster is about to get out of the ground, I gotta remember, and I'm on its back left foot, that I need to aim slightly to the left because it jumps out and moves just barely to the left of my weapon. We'll see if I remember though. After this mission, we're gonna switch out to Twitch, everybody, for the rest of the stream. What the fuck kind of shot was that? You saw that shit? It went into the sky. I'm telling you, this game just does whatever the fuck it wants sometimes. I was aiming slightly down and forward with my clutch claw, and it shot directly into the sky. The fuck? I have auto aim turned off, by the way, guys. Wiggling son of a bitch. Where's auto aim? Switch, radio menu, item, start, navigation. Directional. Head armor, camera. Aim assist off. Well, let's turn that baby on if it's just going to shoot into the fucking sky randomly. Maybe that'll fix that. Maybe the game reverses aim assist and it thinks one is the other or something. I don't know. Cause that shit's annoying as fuck, man. Like I'm super tired of my pods and my shit going in random directions instead of where I'm aiming. I needed like a half a second maybe, and then I could have shoulder charged. Maybe a full second actually. Yo, it's not auto aiming. Let me go. Did you see that? I think it actually is reversed. You saw that? It didn't lock on to anything. Look. Oh, it only locks on right. Oh my god, dude, this is so much better. And it goes where I'm aiming? Oh my god. Turn auto aim on, everybody. It disables auto aim. Well, it makes it so that there's a weaker version of auto aim. If you turn off auto aim, or aim assist as they call it, you get this super hyper aggressive version of auto aim where it's like trying its fucking best. It's like, oh, you don't want aim assist. That means you want as much help as possible. Gotcha, check. Like, okay, motherfucker, your idea of help is stupid, but I've been suffering with auto aim assist on off the whole time, thinking that was the better setting for freaking like micro spacing with my pods and shit. No. Unless you're with aim assist on, basically with aim assist off, it locks onto everything, basically. As soon as you press the button and you're facing in the general vicinity of the monster, it locks on. With aim assist on, you have to very specifically target the part for it to start auto aiming. And you can actually even target it a little bit and it still won't auto aim. See? Notice how I'm targeting the foot and it's not auto aiming. I have to target that knee and then it auto aims. Oh my god. That would not be that way if I chain aim assist on. This right here would lock onto the target, and then it would, and even if it didn't lock on, it would like shoot into the sky sometimes trying to hit the fucking leg, and then miss sometimes too. I forgot that he's after me. I need to actually play slightly more careful. Ooh, I'm not wearing my my mantle the whole fight. That's bad, because 2 points of my perk breaker come from that. Thanks for that. I was thinking about sharpening my weapon. That back straight, damn it, Xearrik. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Yo, how'd I take 0 damage from that? That's fucking amazing. Okay, guys. I don't know exactly how this works, but I might die here, by the way, because of that. That double damage that it just did to me. I don't know exactly how this works, but you know when he's doing the big explosion? When he dives into the ground and like explodes 360 around him? I clutched to his leg, and somehow that flung me off of his leg and did 0 points of damage to me. So there must be some sort of bump mechanism that like throws you off, but because it sent me flying, I had all the iframes of that. And so weapons that can clutch claw while unsheathed, it might be a good idea to do that if it takes longer to sheathe than to clutch claw. If that's repeatable, like I'll try to see if it happens again, because I took no damage, and that meant I took no damage on the explosions because I was stuck in the animation of being flung off. Oh, we're about to get stomped on, just so everyone knows. Unless we stagger. Oh, he turned. Wow, nice. With all three of us there, the chances were really good that we were about to get stomped on, but you targeted the one person who wasn't there. Good. That's not a bug. That sort of thing is like a mechanic, an intended mechanic, but you're using the intended mechanic in an exploitative way. That welcome to Monster Hunter, that's how the game works. Because what it is they're like, I don't want you to be able to mount the monster during this phase. So they just throw you off the monster. I've seen that before with other monsters. So it's probably repeatable. It's just how hard is it to repeat that, right? You have to clutch at a very specific moment. Because if it is, then only sometimes will it be useful. Oh, more poison. Sorry, I'm going to keep poisoning them. Because the damage is actually important here. Hello, my Meowstis, says James. How's it going, James? Hey, James, I'm just playing, just because you're new, you're back here again. I believe you're playing Pokemon too, right, James? So I'm playing 2 games at once today, even though you can't see the second game. So what I'm doing is I'm playing both Pokemon and, why do I keep hitting L1 to do that? I'm playing both Pokemon and Monster Hunter at the same time. During load screens, I switch to Pokemon, and I'm just looking for Golden Magikarp. So if I happen to find any, I'll try to share them with you guys. If any of you guys are playing and you have the ability to play, you're switching handheld too, and we can all just like pool our stuff together and hopefully get some last day golden Magikarps, because I totally forgot to farm any golden Magikarps during this really awesome thing. It'll be my first shiny monster, guys. It'll be my very first shiny monster in any Pokemon game ever, because the only Pokemon game I've ever played... Oh, I can't test it now because it's too late. It'll be my first shiny Pokemon in any game, because the last Pokemon game I played was yellow, right? Yo, that was a nice Superman dive you did there. Twice, by the way, Capcom. Twice.
Safi'Jiiva is heading for the lowest reaches of the area. This is it. The final showdown.
He's like, they're meh common. I got 2 of them. Xavier, it don't matter if they're 100% drop chance. It's still my first. But you meh my accomplishments, you fuck.
Finally at the lowest level. Now that thing has nowhere to run. Gotta try and wear it out so it runs out of energy.
You can use those weathered rocks for something. Think.
No poison? Alright, another one. Come on, there's the poison. Alright. There's the next poison. I won't be able to poison them again after this poison wears off, because I only have 4 more smoke poisons left. I think I have 4 more. Yeah, I can't craft anymore. So once this poison wears off, I'll let you guys know I'm gonna try to poison again, and if you guys happen to ooh, give me them tippy toes, bitch. Can I get him from here? This would be nice. Oh, hell no. Oh.
Be careful.
Hey, everybody, if you can, aim for the chest. If we could break the chest this first run, that'd be nice. Though it's kind of hard to break the chest. It takes a good amount of the 3rd phase, and since we only got 5 minutes left in this phase, it's unlikely. You know, if you don't think you can get to the chest easily, then, you know, hit whatever you can just to seal as much of her away as possible. Hey, right hind leg's broken. That's good. Left hind leg's broken. There we go. Well, there's no point in attacking the hind legs unless you just want damage. That was a nice Superman dive, Capcom. That was a nice heal, Capcom. That was a nice heal, Capcom. Good job, Capcom. I like it when you cheat. No Superman dive led to damage. No Superman dive led to damage. No heal when I hit the button led to not healing. Led to me getting hit finally and then dying. Good job. You cheated 3 times in a row to get a kill on me. I love it. Great game design. One day you'll be able to kill me without cheating, and I think we should enshrine that day as the fucking most important day in Capcom's life, because they did something to me that I didn't want to happen, and I didn't have to cheat to do it. Like, remember the time it let me out in the middle of the ult like that, except it let me out the second before it exploded, so I died? Even though the game is not supposed to let you come in during that ult, just like it did this time. It let me in during the ult, but it's not supposed to do! This is why I love Capcom, alright? I love this game. Don't question my love of this game. It's flawless and beautiful. You guys think I'm mad at it? I'm not mad, alright? I love it. It's the greatest game ever made. Bring your slow, dumb ass over here. I swear to God, if you laser beam me.
There's a ton of energy here. See if you can force it to deplete all of the energy in this area. Those cracks can shield you from attacks. Watch for the best time to use them.
I don't have a damn beam anymore. You son of a bitch. That's a nice wiggle. You son of a bitch. Hey, don't mount. I was just about to say, try not to knock her down with that thing, because we might fail the mission now. Like, if she's in the middle of the animation, sometimes we fail missions instead of her running away. Like, I'm so tempted to do a jump attack here and get a mount, because I built up enough to get a second mount for sure. Yep, see, we get a failed mission. See, you don't want to knock the monster down or mount the monster or do anything like that once you're getting close to the end of it, because what happens is you get a mission failure, because Capcom is the fucking best at game design. Because, you know, and see, see, with Kul'Tiroth, they give you enough extra time on the time limit so that when she runs away, you never get a failed. But with this one, they don't do that, and that's because they're geniuses. Sarcasm detected. What the hell nonsense is that? I'm not being sarcastic. It's the greatest game ever made, and they're geniuses. Hey, you! Dead Island? Did I say that? Is there even a game called Dead Island? I don't remember a game called Dead Island. Sounds like fake news to me. Doesn't really matter what I come in with, as long as it has 2 of those potions, and then we'll switch once we get in there. Alright, let's finish. No, continue, I should say, looking for a fancy, shiny Magikarp. I'm coming for you, Magikarp. I'm coming. Alright, where is the next beam of light I have to go for? Right there. Alright, here we come. Here we come, beam of light. You're gonna give me my shiny Magikarp. If it's the last thing I do, shiny Magikarp, I'm coming for you. Do you use the date trick yourself, Xavier? I don't think I ate. It'll be fine now. I'll wait for Russo still. I'll eat when we get in there. This looks like that shell monster. Whatever the hell that is. Alright, well I gotta wait through a load screen anyways now, so might as well. Oh, sorry I left without you. I blame the Nintendo Switch. The confirmation button with the Switch is reversed. It's in the Japanese version, so I get used to pressing the Japanese confirmation cancel. So blame the Nintendo Switch, sorry. Fucking stupid Nintendo Switch. Well, you gotta be reversing stuff. Thanks to the Nintendo Switch, by the way. I'm not being ironic. I complain about it all the time, Frank, but I'm super, super grateful still that you got that for me. It's probably the best gift anyone's gotten for me in like 5 years. Ba 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 ba. Doo 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 doo.
Your objective is to slay the beast. Don't lose sight of it.
Proceed with caution.
Alright. Feline Defender high, that'd be nice. Nice. I'll use that. Make it slightly harder for the game to cheese me to death. I don't use the date trick. I have Nintendo Online to do that. It needs to be password on password.
Get to the hitching post.
Do you? I'm not sure that's true, Xavier. If you want to use the date trick, I don't think you need online features, period. I think you can do it without online features. I'm pretty sure. Because it doesn't check online. It checks your Nintendo Switch, it says. Like, it prioritizes your Switch's date over the online date, I thought. I could be wrong. Just look it up and look at some guides. And I know that people can do it really fast in handheld mode. Like, you can do it in, like, 8 seconds or some shit like that. So you can reset every 8 seconds and check the DIN every 8 seconds in handheld. But that's if you care about that. Okay. So, you know, I'm not pressuring you, obviously. I just know that you are really big about shiny farming. And I'm not sure how much you care about, you know, that kind of thing. Because it's not exactly... It's cheating. It is cheating. But it's cheating in a way that is probably going to be acceptable, right? Da, da, da. Like, that's like... It's one of those weird cheats, right? Like, it's like if someone said that they caught a shiny of a Pokemon, I'm gonna think that they did one hell of a time wasting thing no matter what. I'm gonna be like, ah, good job, that was, wow, holy hell, that's a lot of work. And that is even if they use the cheat C method, right? Because either way, it's an absurd amount of time. One's just not as absurd. Whereas, like, you know what? Like, see, but this, on the other hand, this is going to sound weird. It's like, because it's really all about the amount of skill versus time. Like, there's not any skill involved in Pokemon shiny catching. It's all about how much time you're willing to spend doing the exact same thing that doesn't actually make you better at the game even the slightest amount. So it's like, I'm not really, I just can't consider that cheating. I just can't. As an experiment, I'm gonna go to this side of the body here. And then I'm gonna aim slightly left, just in case he goes up. No. So here's, we're gonna watch. We're gonna aim to the left on the next hit. No, he just completely reversed his direction. So it's not set. It's basically, he changes his direction based on where he's gonna jump. Oh wait, the energy's not fully drained yet, so. I was thinking the first time he does that, he's gonna go to the second area, but that's only once you fully drain the area of the whole zone. Which we will start doing in one run once we have a full session. Nah, I hear you, Xavier. Like, for me, like, if zero skill is involved, I just can't consider it cheating. If it's just a time check, you're like, there's no skill involved in this. It's just you have to like sit in this spot and be AFK for 100 years, and then you get the item you're looking for. Then cheating to pass that time doesn't feel like cheating to me. Even though I still haven't done it. I haven't done the date trick at all, even one time. And it's just because I'm too lazy to bother to learn how to do it exactly and to do it. I don't know what it is.
Head towards the opening.
I'd rather just... And clearly, the less lazy move would be to learn it and then do it. But it's too involved, you know what I mean? Like, the trick is too involved. I'm like, fuck that shit, man. And it's certainly a lot less work to do it that way. It's funny because, like, on the nature of cheating, mRdt posted something that apparently is like a controversial tweet on Twitter a few days ago, and it just made me laugh. Like, how is that fucking controversial? Like, truly, people truly are pussies now. Like, what the fuck has happened? So the controversial tweet was mRdt, who's that one guy from Cinemassacre, not James Rolfe. He's the guy who's behind the scenes. He's not always there. He really loves like hard games. Like currently, he's in the process of playing Zelda 2 and trying to beat it without dying. Like he's trying to get good enough at the game to beat Zelda 2 without dying one time. Recently, he did that with Ninja Gaiden. The first Ninja Gaiden, he played Ninja Gaiden without dying. And then he was like, I wonder if I can do it without using any items, like getting any sub-weapons. And then he beat it without using any sub-weapons and without dying. No, then he beat it without the screw attack and without, dying. Because that's like, that weapon allows you to insta-kill some bosses and stuff like that. It's a really powerful weapon. So he beat it without the screw attack and without dying. Then he was like, I wonder if I can beat it with no sub weapons without dying, because it's not really that much different than not having the screw attack. And so eventually he got good enough to beat it without the screw attack and without dying. And as you know, if you've played the first Ninja Gaiden game, beating it without dying is already absurdly fucking hard, because just beating it, period, is absurdly hard. It's one of the hardest fucking video games. Like, so, you know, he really takes a lot of pride and does a lot of work to get his skill with those games to that level. It takes a lot of work. You have to become really skillful at the game. And he said on, and I guess because he streams, someone must have said, yeah, I beat that game, I beat that, you know, that saying, you know, they did his challenge or they did something similar to that. But it must have kept turning out that they were using the Nintendo Switch's classic mode, and they were using the rewind feature and the what was the other feature called? The rewind feature and the save state feature. And so he said, he put a tweet out there. He's like, hey guys, if you say that if you say that you've beaten the game, like, oh no, he goes, if you're playing the Nintendo Switch version of a video game, the Nintendo Switch Classic version of the NES or SNES game, and you use the rewind feature or the save state, and you say that you've beaten the game, you haven't actually really beaten the game. And that was like a super controversial fucking thing. And I'm like, how is that controversial? Because, like, it's objectively true. Like, it's the truth. And you know, like, you could be taking what he said in the least possible way charitable, right? And meaning, because what he meant was, you didn't really beat the game. You just beat the Nintendo Switch version of the game, right? Because there's multiple versions of that game. And he's saying you beat the Nintendo Switch version of the game, basically. That's what he's saying. You didn't beat Ninja Gaiden. You beat Ninja Gaiden Nintendo Switch while using cheats. That's what you did. And so to claim that you beat it when he is trying to do something that's really difficult is you being an asshole. Like, that it's just what it is. You are trying to say that you're a really good person. You're trying to say, well, at video games, you're trying to steal prestige, basically, that you did not earn. You're like, look how prestigious my gaming credentials are. I've done this really difficult thing. That's what you're doing, and he's just like tired of people trying to do that. That's all that's happening. And for the same people, and I said this earlier too, for those people who think like they balk at credentials or prestige and like, oh, that's stupid, you know, that's not what I'm doing, or that's not what they're doing, or whatever. It's not about prestige or anything. Yes, it is, because if you didn't give a fuck what people thought about whether you beat the game or not, if there wasn't any prestige to it, I mean, you wouldn't give a fuck. If you claimed you beat the game and some other guy who considers himself hardcore doesn't believe you really beat the game, then why does it matter what that person actually believes? It shouldn't matter to you even slightly what that person believes, because you don't give a fuck about the prestige of beating that game. It's, you know that you beat it to yourself. Like, you're like, I beat it. I know I beat it, and I don't care what other people think, because, well, I don't need them to approve of I don't need to brag about it. I don't need them to approve of how good I am at this game. And if you're saying that while at the same time saying that he's bad for claiming that you didn't beat the game, then you're a fucking liar, right? You do care what people think. You are trying to get some sort of prestige out of that. And you haven't earned it, right? It's like, let me say, like, imagine the NES Classic didn't come out, and I go, even though I did beat Ninja Gaiden, let's just pretend like I didn't, and I go, hey, I beat Ninja Gaiden on the NES back in the day. I beat all three of them. The very first time I played them, I beat all three of them, and it was a very easy game for me. I didn't have almost any trouble at all. And people were like, okay, you're either a liar or you're fucking incredible at video games. That's what they're gonna think, right? Well, I am a liar, because I'm gonna be omitting the fact that I used a Game Genie. You can't tell someone like that. You can't tell someone that you beat the Ninja Gaiden series the very first time you played it without struggling, and not mention that you used a Game fucking Genie to do it. You just can't. That's just, you're just a liar. Even though you're not directly saying anything that is technically untrue, you're lying through omission. You didn't truly beat the game. You beat a version of the game that uses cheats. That's all you did. That's the same thing. People have been doing that with Contra for years. People will tell, like, honest people will say, hey, I beat Contra. Yeah, I beat Contra, but I had to use the code. 99% of the people who talk about whether or not they beat Contra or not will tell you, I had to use the code, but I beat it, yeah. They'll make sure they mention the fact that they had to use the code to get 99 lives. But then there's that 1% of dishonest fuckers who think that they want to steal valor that they didn't earn. Basically, I say valor because I'm thinking now that's a military term. I mean to say prestige that they didn't earn, and by saying they did it with, and they don't mention the fact that they used the code. That's just so dishonest. And like I said, before anyone says, like if someone, I know none of you are gonna say it, but before anyone says it, like outside my chat, and for some reason people outside my chat heard about this, and they were like, "Ah, that's bullshit." You wouldn't think it was bullshit unless you actually cared. Like you can't complain if you have to. The only way you can say what I said is bullshit if you also don't give a fuck what mRdt said about you not beating the game for real. That's the only way. You can't have it both ways. Either you do care what people think you beat or didn't beat, and mRdt is 100% right, or you don't give a fuck about what people believe, and to you beat it regardless, and you're not even going to bother bringing up the fact that he said that, right? Some things are really hard to do. Some things in life are very hard to do, and they require a massive investment in time, and on top of that, a massive investment in like you're just everything that you are to get this thing done, and they might be considered to be kind of stupid, like a video game. Some people consider this shit stupid, but anyone who's played enough video games can know how absurdly hard they can get, and getting good enough at that game to be able to do this thing that 99% of the people on the planet actually cannot do, because they would have to invest an absurd amount of effort and time in practicing and mastering this game. Then, I mean, I don't remember what I was saying because I was focused on trying to get out of the stun as fast as possible. Sorry. I don't remember where I was in my thought process. Oh, games. Sometimes games are really fucking hard. And yes, there is prestige in being able to do something like that. Yeah, and Dark Souls is a difficult modern video game. But it's still nothing in comparison to some of those old games. Some of those old games require much more time in order to get good enough to beat it. The difficulty is just through the roof in some of those old games compared to Dark Souls. Like a good example would be the Ninja Gaiden series. You can beat Ninja Gaiden in like 30-45 minutes easy. So it's like, oh wait, well how would it be harder than Dark Souls? Well, to get good enough at Ninja Gaiden to beat it at all, you have to play it for about as long as it takes you to beat the entire Dark Souls game. Like, you never played a Dark Souls game, you pick up a Dark Souls game, and then you beat it. How long did it take you to beat that game versus, and how much content is in that game, right? So the 30 minutes of content in fucking Ninja Gaiden is harder than any 30 minutes of content in Dark Souls. You're gonna be playing that game for fucking 100+ hours before you're ever good enough to beat it, and sometimes you won't be good enough to beat it with 100 hours of investment, because it's just that fucking hard of a game. That's just how a lot of games are. A lot of those old school games are, I mean to say. Oh, that's right. I went back. The specific reason I went back was to poison. Jerk. Shinobi. Isn't that the one where you can yank the cart to get infinite lives? Can't remember. Wait, why is it not poison? There we go. Alright.
He's after you. Watch out.
We're to the point where we don't want to KO him anymore, guys, so let's not bother leading him onto the, I'm not going to lead him to that green shit, because if it knocks him down, we might fail the mission. Hell, we might fail the mission even if it doesn't knock him down. But if you're close enough to the end and you knock him down, it's basically a guaranteed fail. Combo! Yay! Still trying to combo me.
The energy deposit is being raised. Good work so far.
The hell?
Shield you from attacks. Watch for the best time to use them.
Damn it. I tried to shoulder charge through it, but I don't think it works. Bah, bah. And do I dive? Yep. Good job, team. That is your fault, by the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and play some Pokemon. I will never be forgiving when that happens. That is your fault that I died. That attack was created so that it's a team check to see if your team bothers to heal you. You cannot survive that attack without divine protection. It will always bring you down to 1 hit point, and then you'll be set on fire. And then your character is going to stand up and die to the fire with 1 hit point. There's no skill involved on you. It's a team check. You can't even do damage to him while he's doing that attack to me, which means that you guys just stood there and did nothing while I died. So I will bring that up every time that happens. If, like, that has never happened in probably 100+ runs. I have never let one of my teammates die unless I was stuck in an animation during that phase. Because all you got to do is just heal your teammates. Don't assume everybody else is going to do it. You got to be the one to do it. I got knocked down when I was... It's not... yeah, that does happen. If you wait too long to do it, you can get knocked down if you wait way too long before you start trying to heal people. But yeah, you guys got to... Like, if you... There's nothing else you can do besides life powder your teammate or use a ranged weapon. If you have a ranged weapon, you can shoot him. But when that happens, when he does the 30-second long attack where he bites your teammate and your teammate for over 30 seconds can't do any button presses and they just wait to see whether or not the teammate does 1 life powder to them. During that 30 seconds, like, what else are you doing? So, throw those life powders during that, guys. There's not a single player on Earth who's ever died to that attack, and it wasn't their teammate's fault. Well, not true. If you're solo, then it's not your teammate's fault. That is actually the only attack in the game that I know of where it's legitimately 100% your teammate's fault. So, before anyone gets all like, oh no, you know, blaming others. No, that's the only attack. It's designed to be a teammate check. It's a like 30-second long animation, and during the last like 15 seconds of the animation, he's in the sky and you can't hurt him. Meaning, just heal your teammates, guys. Come on. But yeah, that is something to know. Like with Chessie LaRue, he said he tried to heal, but he got interrupted. That can't happen. If you wait way too long to throw out your life powder, then you can get like interrupted with like a roar or some weird shit like that, and it'll mess up your animation. Mind you, my brain acts slower. What are you talking about? When you're talking about beating Shinobi? 3 or 4 days, trial and errors mostly. Yeah, and you probably played the game all day for 3 or 4 days, right? Like you're like, all your free time was invested in that game, most likely. It's a lot of effort, man. A lot of those old games require an absurd amount of effort to beat. Sorry if you guys feel put upon, but whenever I see that happen, I will bring it up. It's never gonna happen to my teammate, but if it happened to my teammate, I would apologize and I would say we all failed them, you know. It would be, you ever seen the Butler meme? This is how everybody should feel whenever they die, whenever their teammate dies during this. Including me. This is exactly how I would feel if my teammate died.
I failed you. You trusted me. And I failed you.
Alright, with that, I'm going to be switching over to the Nintendo, not to the Nintendo Twitch, but I'm going to be switching over to the Twitch in the load screen. So in the load screen, I'm going to be linking my Twitch and continuing the rest of the stream there. Oh wait, it's gonna take a little bit longer than that to set up here, so let me. Farming Safi'Jiiva Monster Hunter World. Get my channel. Alright, here we go. I will see you guys on Twitch.
Don't lose sight of it.
Proceed with caution.